that I've now caught sight of the emails the FA are sending out to referees, and they've had their promotions and confirmed. Do you think it's fair that, despite the results being expunged, that the referees are still being rewarded for their performances, and that's now been confirmed and is all going ahead?
I think it's slightly different, to be honest with you. It's with clubs, you've got so many people attached to it, so many teams attached to each league, all of which are going to find themselves in different circumstances and impacted in different ways at the end of this crisis. A referee is just one individual, and I think if they've proved that they can officiate at a higher level, then fair play to them, because we want as many good officials
Yep.
at a high level as we can get our hands on, quite frankly.
Yeah, 100%.
I'd agree with that massively. I know that a couple of weeks ago it came out as chat that was going to happen, but like I say, this week I have actually seen a couple of the emails of people being confirmed for promotion and stuff. So I think it's quite positive in a way that they're making that step to ensure that we keep officials in the game. So when we are
just while we're talking about referees as well, I've got to chip in here and say I go up and down the country, as you know, and I go to all levels, and I genuinely think that the majority of referees actually do a really good job in difficult circumstances. I am a neutral at virtually every game I go to, and I'm standing around people who are throwing their arms up in the air and yelling abuse and saying, that was never offside. And I'm standing there and thinking, yes, it was. And people just can't see it because they're so invested in their teams. They just can't see it. And actually, the majority of the officials that I see remain calm and do a really good job under difficult circumstances.
It's really odd because I've seen the other side of things this year. I've seen mixed officiating, but because I've had the benefit of extensive camera work, some of the decisions that I've seen have been really funny.
Yeah.
And what you don't appreciate is that the speed that the game is being played at and the level. And I think it's really easy to criticise, but these are not professionals. Like, these are people that are doing that as a part-time job, and they will get it wrong, and there needs to be an amount of acceptance that not only will they get it wrong, but they need to be validated for the job that they are doing as well to keep people there. You know, I've seen some funny stuff where there's goals that were so clearly over the line, it was ridiculous. Not given. People sent off for things that wouldn't nowhere near fouls. So I've sent a few things to James before, and it's just had him in absolute stitches, like offsides that were yards and yards onside. But at the end of the day, those are odd, isolated incidents, and because those are often the ones that prevent something like a goal going ahead, the refs get slaughtered for one bad decision rather than being given a pat on the back for the 10 good ones they make.
Yeah,
at this level. So I think that I'm in complete agreement that we need as many good referees as we can get.
Do you not find, Adam, as well, that you actually watch the game slightly differently when you're filming it? I think you see things that you wouldn't normally see if you're just looking with your own eyes, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. I mean, there's a few bits with that. I'm often watching with the coaches. Like, I'll be next to the subs bench if I'm not filming it. I will be standing on a gantry, so I'll have a higher view of it than other people.
Mm-hmm.
There's all these things where I'm seeing a different game to what most people stood around a pitch are. Because even at these non-league grounds, where there's an option to go in a stand, not that many people do.
No.
Most people choose to go and stand around the edge. And all of a sudden, when you've got a slightly elevated view, like you would have at a pro game, you see more.
Yeah.
And you see lines, and people like this one that I'm talking about. There was an offside that it is onside by miles. Absolutely rifled the ball in the back of the net. And afterwards, everyone said, "Oh yeah, it must have been close, but I'm sure it was offside." All the rest of it, and that was everyone that I was talking to that was pitch level. Look at it from the elevated position. Everyone's like, "Goodness me, that's a shocker."
Yeah.
But there's all these different things that you've got to take into account, and you do see the game differently when you're you're looking from different angles, and especially when you've got the ability to go home and like pan all those angles together, like the software I'm working with at the moment allows me to stitch all my tapes together and then just choose which angles I want.
Oh, nice.
And all of a sudden you realise a referee only gets the advantage of seeing this from one point of play whilst moving most of the time and having to make a snap decision with as much help as possible from a linesman who is also moving and also seeing it from the furthest distance possible most of the time.
Yeah, I think that's why when I'm doing my stuff for the channel, I will make a comment about a decision during the game, and in the match day vlogs they will be there. But when it comes to interviewing after the game and talking to different members of staff, you will very rarely find me talking about a referee, because I don't want the interview to be about a referee's decision like it is at the top of the game.
Yeah.
I want it to be about the performance, what the club is about, and promoting that particular club, rather than, did you see that decision? That was absolutely disgusting. How did he get that wrong? That's just not right. And, maybe a few years ago when I was still watching Norwich, that probably would have been my attitude towards things, because when you're in amongst that thousands of fans, it's very easy to get into that mindset, isn't it?
In non-league though, now I don't think I think people are a bit better behaved as well on social media, where you don't see them publicly out referees as much, and when they do, often people come back and question them.
Yeah, if anything, they're pally on social media, aren't they?
Yeah,
I've got quite a few referees that I follow on Twitter, and they're all chatting to the players, on social media before and after the games, as if they were their teammates.
Yeah.
The discipline, though, for players and coaches in general, I think is shocking. With the respect campaign, which we've had, I don't know, quite a few years now, haven't we? The amount of dissent, arguing, berating of officials, not at every game I go to, and not in any particular league. This is throughout. Is far away from where it should be. I just don't understand it. I don't understand why a bunch of guys who love the game want to spend so much time arguing. Just go and play the game and be prepared that you're going to get some decisions go for you and some decisions go against you. They spend so much energy arguing, complaining, whinging, and
I think
wish.
From what I see, it's often the same players have that as they're quite fiery in their temper, and they're the ones that will keep going, and you'll see it every time you watch them.
Yeah, but they start from the first minute, and you think, "Yep, here we go again," and I don't get it.
There's even teams that I will watch, like inside the furlough non-prem, but outside of it, and they're a team that will be on at the ref and in the ref's ear constantly.
Yeah.
And personally, I really hate to watch it because it detracts from any good game of football. But it's a tactic at that level, and I've seen teams win games because of it.
It's easy to say now because I don't play the game as at all now. When I used to play, I was one of those people that if I really thought something was wrong, I would say something to the ref. But really, when you actually think about it, you're not going to have a challenge. A referee make a decision and you go, "Oh, come on, ref, that was rubbish." "Oh, yeah, actually, you're right."
Drop ball, penalty for it.
Play on. What exactly do people think they're going to
exactly
argue with the referee, really? As I said, I know it's easy, and with hindsight, half the stuff that I used to say to referees was beyond stupid, but you do get caught up in the emotion of it. So I do understand why some people are like that, but you are right, it does ruin.
Actually, as soon as you flew off the handle when I mentioned Dunkin' Biscuits, I knew you would have been that sort of player.
He's got it in him. He looks all like soft on the outside, but he's like a reverse armadillo.
I have to admit, when I am on a football pitch, I am a completely different person. I'm very vocal to teammates, and
which is great. And that's encouragement of teammates and and support of the teammates. Absolutely, as much as that as you like.
Yeah, Adam, Do you care to wager in on that?
Yeah.
What was that like to play with? You'll know. Be kind.
No, you were good. Like you say, you were more of an instructional person.
Yeah.
Not like you weren't a technical player. You're more of a mental player, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like if
That was your gift.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, you wouldn't be afraid to get stuck in or whatever. But
oh no.
Often I don't know what I was when I played football because I wasn't mentally or technically gifted. So I was just the one that caused the humour, to be honest. When I played.
Well, yeah, there you go. You always need that, though. You always need that.
Quite. That's why I never got anywhere playing football, isn't it?